What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back to more Final Fantasy XVI. So, we got 2 side quests on deck, Blacksmith Blues, along with another one here from the Physiker. And then after that, we will return to the Ironworks, but let's bang these out first.
Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best Physiker before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything, but I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did. She can't.
The dude is basically dead already, to be honest. I mean, his legs are gone, his arms are gone, his chest is gone. He has a head left. Like, girl, come on.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia. It's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Let me go get Blacksmith Blue started as well, just in case they're in the same area. Doubtful, but you never know.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Vast has improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Karava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
I think that might be the final potion upgrade over there.
He's a surly soaker.
I will say it does kind of break things up, you know, like we got the thing. We got to get to mid. Shit's going down. But first, let me help all these people at our hub. Like it definitely it affects the urgency of the main story quest.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I.
Go pick it up. I mean, Morbles shouldn't be that hard. I've fought plenty of Morbles, unless this thing is gonna fall down meteors or some shit. Should not be hard, and this is honestly the perfect amount of quests for a side quest episode. We've run 11 minutes and I haven't done anything yet but talk to the people. Eaten time alive.
If it's knowledge you seek.
Those should be pretty easy. The Mightling I can bang out fast. Dravazad, I'm not sure. The Morble, probably fast.
Said it was an army of Akashi.
Okay, the Whispering Waters, Rosaria. If you come across a red carrot protruding from the marshes of 3 reeds, do not attempt to pull it. Divine is a lure. So 3 reeds, Whispering Waters. Rosaria. 3 reeds, Whispering Waters. Boom. I remember the first time we got over there, I was like, there's gonna be something that happens here. Big open area.
Let's go.
Can't possibly be stronger than the dragon. I feel like the only thing gonna be stronger than that is like some legendary hunt that we get at a later time.
Straight home now.
Carrot. It's called Carrot? Hold on.
Right then.
And set. Where's Rep? Oh. Come on, big boy. Come on, no. Oh, ah, shit. miss my timing on that. I think I have enough time to get through. So if I want to end every time with those two, I have enough time to get probably like one thing out, like either gouge or my punch. I'm not going to be able to do both. Not a stagger. Yeah, that's gonna be it. So I need to basically, because I think part of the problem I was having was I need to finish with the Bahamut Blast, because I need to build up that modifier so that the Bahamut Blast is gonna be what's really taking the damage. So I think basically what I should do is I get the stagger. Ideally, I think Will of the Wikes into a wind up, into a lightning rod, into a Giga Flare. I think that would probably be like an ideal damage scenario. I think that would do really well. I'm gonna go here. Just because I hate navigating Lost Wing, so I'd rather run across the whole ass field than try to navigate Lost Wing. Not to mention it's Akashic, so I don't even get to like hear the fun musings of the locals. I think I've been playing a little too much Final Fantasy. I had a dream the other night. I don't remember what it was about, but I remember like just a moment in the dream. For some reason I was riding a chocobo and I was like, wait a minute. It's like, this is a yellow chocobo. Where's Ambrosia? Why don't I have Ambrosia here? What the fuck? And I was so confused. I think I was playing the game in my dream and I was confused that I didn't have Ambrosia and a regular chocobo instead. I'm like, this is a sign I'm playing this game too much. And to be honest, I don't think I've had anything this year that's sucked me in like this. Like, I mean, even now, even as far as we are, this is still easy game of the year choice for me. Like, it is very rare that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna skip streams to record instead.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Oh, they're not that big, you big baby. There we go. Oh, man, I'm struggling just to dodge these things.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
The free cities under siege.
Let's go.
I have a feeling I'm probably gonna get Shiva next. I think I'll go after him. We'll find out that Jill is injured, and like the last thing we can do is basically just
This might take a while.
take her powers or something.
Straight home now.
Ooh. Getting close to maxing my Bahamut. It's 2,000 total I need, or 6,000. Honestly, that's it's either the next, is it the next reward? 1635 renown? I think that might be where I get it. So I remember I had a renown bonus coming up that was like a fat amount of ability points.
Already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
It's funny as hell, dude.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
It's hard to say who I like more between Blackthorn and Karen. They're both like really fun supporting characters.
So this is Dravoshed. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. He'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
The forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Mama.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him.
Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting.
I figured the older guy in the back was going to be the chief. This guy
And
looks
I suggest
somewhat young.
You take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
This is where Clive comes in.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here, and neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
No, Clive. This is when you walk over to the fire and be like, all right, but before I do, whoosh, you fire that shit up and then be like, you're welcome, bitch.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. New crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravozd won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravozd will show the world that it's possible.
I figured we were going to use our fire.
August.
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Is this another long episode, or do I wrap things up here? I guess we can give you all another long one. Like, all these side quest episodes are just, like, length.
Ready, go? Yeah!
No mistakes.
Things really want to fight me. Like, right on my ass. I'm just like, it's okay. I'll get to you later.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
Seriously, is this thing still chasing me? Oh my... Okay, alright, you want to go... Wait, did you... It's like a bug. Easy clap.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows. Come on. Back. No need to ride from here.
What's this all about then?
Don't know.
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
This should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
All right, I think everything is back at the hub at this point. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Let's go turn this all in. Let me go turn these in first. I'll end over maybe with enough stuff to get the ability point threshold I need.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pico Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
So what do I get for this one? Ouroboros design draft. And I'll definitely hit the threshold if it was 1635. I'm getting really close to that. And these two I should be fine.
So what do I owe the honor?
Just checking out this
So
here
will it be?
belt. Stone tongue. Not have that.
Fine.
He's a surly soul.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this file as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Super potions. High potions restore even more, and tonics last even longer. The last thing we need is Tears of Mercy. And then I'm going to talk to the person. I don't remember if the next reward is ability points or if the 1965 is ability points. I hope it's the next one, because if it is, that means I can max out Bahamut's ability, which would be great.
Sid, heard you were in Canberra fetching young Ned.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be...
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigue. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
And some of these late game side quests are just... Whew. Not pulling the punches when it comes to the fields train, that's for sure.
Help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
It is.
Here you are.
Fuck yes, 2,500 ability points. Which with that, I can go here and boom. Now mastered. Awesome. Yeah. So now we're just saving up for the next icon. I mean, the nice thing that's nice here is when I get either Odin or Shiva, I mean, if I refund this, you know, 12,000 ability points to just move around. That's like enough to basically fully max out a tree. Either way, we're going to wrap things up here. A Song of Hope. We're going to be returning to the Ironworks in the next episode, so stay tuned, and I will catch you all then as we continue our journey.